Asenva here for yet another Junky Spot review. Today with me I have a 1/3 scale size doll male boy from Mystic Kids. The sculpt I have with me today is the Ellis sculpt. So let me go ahead and throw down some stats for you. He is standing at 62 centimeters. His wig size is going to be about an 8.4, so we're looking at maybe like an 8 to 9 inch wig for him. His chest circumference is 23.5 centimeters. His waist is at 19 centimeters. We've got hips at 25 centimeters. And his foot length is 8 centimeters. As I try to do some digging around to see about the eye size, from what I can tell looking at other eyes, it looks like he'll be taking like a 16 millimeter eye. You might be able to do an 18, but I think probably 16s are going to be best. As of now, the Junky Spot sells several of the Mystic Kids. They sell several of the 1/3 scale, the 1/4 scale, and the 1/6 scale size dolls. All of them are just really breathtaking. They're just beautiful dolls. I really do think that they're fantastic just by aesthetically pleasing. They're just beautiful. The hands, the feet, and I'll show you more of them as we go into the review. But right now on the Junky Spot, as far as our 1/3 scale size dolls, they come with the factory face-ups, and when you buy them, it's pretty much just the face-up and that's it. There's not really like full sets that the Junky Spot is offering right now, but if it does change, it'll be listed there with the product. But this guy actually comes in just with the face-up and a random pair of eyes. The rest of the stuff that he's wearing right now, the shirt and the pants and the wig, are just things that I have, just so you can see how he would look fully clothed in different clothing. But, so he'll come basically pretty much, you know, naked, whatnot, and all that jazz. But I really wanted to show you the box and the really cool blanket that he comes with in the little trading card that he has. So he comes with this little, like, you know, character card here, so that you can put the name and, like, you know, the birth date and whatnot. I know a lot of companies do this, but this one's really nice. It's actually a really thick, you know, plastic card for you to keep. They wrap them in this pillow, which is really, really nice too. It's actually a thick, it almost feels like, I don't know, like fleece or something. It's really nice. So he came wrapped up in this, and it was super duper protective and soft and nice for him. And then of course the box itself, it has the Mystic Kids logo on the top here, and it's really nice. So, I mean, as far as packaging goes and traveling and whatnot when he comes, you know, face protector also, it's super duper nice how they package them and how they come in and whatnot. Everything is wrapped up really nicely, so you don't have to worry about how they get to you, because they're just, you know, superly safely packaged away and sent to you. So super kudos for that. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and step into the more, you know, detailed part of the review. I'm going to go ahead and show you different parts and how they move and all sorts of fun stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and strip him down naked. So I apologize for doll nudity if that weirds you out, but kind of want to show you everything, so hopefully it'll help you out if you've been looking forward to the Mystic Kids and if you wanted to see what they look like. So another little fun fact about packaging that I thought was just so funny but like really cool at the same time was that he came with these undies on, which was nice, because sometimes when, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you open like any of the dolls, you know, they're, you know, anatomically correct, and so when you open it up it's like bam, there it is, but you know, it was nicely covered in this little panty. So I'll keep it on until I have to kind of show you the inside of the hip joint area here so you can get a closer look of it. But I thought it was really nice that they did that. They have those little panties, and it kind of, I don't know if the girls come with it or not, just because, you know, this is the first one that I've seen, and it's the male that I have here, so I don't know if the females, you know, have undies too, but that's really cool, and I appreciate that. So, you know, boy parts aren't, you know, just popping out at me. Wanted to go ahead and show you the face, which, like I mentioned before, they have factory face-ups right now, and so the price that you pay for includes the factory face-up and the random eyes, and it's a really gorgeous face-up, guys. I mean, really beautifully done. So here's a little closer look of our face here. It's really nice. I mean, a lot of it, I mean, just the eyelashes are really prettily, you know, drawn on there, and then the lips, they even took the time. I know a lot of artists are doing like that black line on the edge of the lips there. The shadowing where the eyelids are on the top are really nice. Even our eyebrows look really, really good. So I mean, it's definitely worth, you know, the face-up, the factory face-up, because I know sometimes, you know, factory face-ups to me are kind of like hit or miss sometimes, but I think this is really good, and it's a really neutral face-up to where, I mean, I've tried on several wigs on him, and they all look really good on him, and they all kind of match nicely with whatever you put him on. On the company picture, he's pictured with blonde hair, which the blonde hair looks really good on him, but I've also tried black hair on him, I've tried gray hair on him, tried yellow hair on him, and it all looks really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead and jump into, since we're talking about the face and whatnot, I'm going to jump into our head. On the back of our boy here, we have the Mystic Kids emblem on the back of our head here. To take our head off, I'm going to go ahead and just carefully remove it, and you'll see that we have magnets in place. So it has magnets, and it has one little kind of lip on the back here that goes towards the back of our head here. So when you close it, when you open it, making sure that you kind of align that lip at the bottom, and then it'll all close nicely. And inside, you'll also notice where our S hook is. They have the locking system like most heads do, meaning that right now it's at a resting position, so if I needed to take off the head, I would go ahead and I would lift up. Either you can use like a ribbon to kind of just lace it through here and then just pull it up, or some people use pliers. It's kind of up to you, whatever you use. I like to use ribbons, you know, it's just kind of safe. And you would just kind of go ahead and lift this hook up, and you can twist it, and then it'll slip right through this groove right here, this vertical groove right here. And that's how you would remove the head. So I actually really like how they crafted the grooving system here where the S hook is for the locking mechanism. It's really nice. And I do appreciate that there's 3 magnets instead of just 2. Not to say that, you know, a 2-magnet system is bad, you know, but, you know, the more the merrier, and the more secure your doll will be. So taking a closer look at the mobility as far as our head goes, the neck piece is crafted really nicely with the head itself, to where sometimes I don't know how to explain it, other than like that it's not really as flush to the neck as, you know, sometimes I would like it, but this is actually really nicely crafted towards our neck line here and the base of our head here. So it's actually really, really cool, which can, you know, help with mobility and whatnot. So this is just kind of him looking up. This is him looking down. So maybe not, he can't look too down, but like, you know, it's still pretty nice. I think if you wanted to, you probably could sway it just a little bit so you could keep it down there a little bit easier. He's just really nicely strung, so it's not staying down too much. Looking up looks really nice actually though. When we go from side to side, it's a smooth transition. So this is him going to this side. This is him swinging around to the other side. All really nice. This is side to side. So moving down kind of to where his clavicle and pectorals and all that jazz is, he actually has a 2-part torso system, meaning he's got this chest piece up here, and then he's got this part right here, and that's it. Sometimes there's some dolls that have a 3-part system. Personally, I've grown to really like the 2-part systems a lot. The party tricks that I like the most when it comes to the mid joints is when they can go from side to side. So I'm going to go ahead and put his hands up so I can show you side to side. I really, really do appreciate it a lot when they can do this position. Almost more than when they can crouch forward or kind of hunch forward and hunch back. I really do like when they can do the side to side stuff. I think that's really awesome. So There he is. And, I mean, this might look kind of awkward without clothes on, but realistically, like, you know, most times your dolls may be clothed. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on your character. But mine are normally clothed all the time. So, it's not like I'm going to be, like, too, you know, like, ah, there's a gap here. Like, it's not even that big of a gap, really. I'm going to go ahead and open him up, though, so you can see what it looks like in the middle here, in our middle torso joint. You'll see that he has this centerpiece inside. This has to do a lot with just stability and whatnot. I like to think also that it's just keeping the strings nicely put in place. That's why we have some grooves in there too. Because the more you have just kind of everything just in one place, the better I think overall the doll will pose and just be able to sit and stand and whatnot. Versus it just being completely open, like a completely open cavity, and then the strings going everywhere. I think it also just keeps them just really solid. Because this piece, he overall, just all in all, he's a pretty nice weighing doll. So I mean, when he's sitting, he's a really good sitter, and when he stands, it's pretty solid stand too. So I mean, I think it's really important having a really good torso joint if you're looking for dolls that can sit and stand and whatnot. Also, just having a really good hip joint also really helps with that too, because I know there's some other companies that it's just really hard to get them to sit and stay seated, and it all has to do with just this part right here. So I think they did a really nice job, and just the sculpting is really, really nice. I don't know what kind of, you know, sculpt some people may be looking for, but I actually prefer when they're kind of lean looking like this. You can see some of the rib detail here, and then his abs, of course, right here, and his pecs and whatnot, and even just like his clavicle here, there's detailing here. I think it's really, really nice. Even on his back here, you've got some detailing here for his shoulder blades and stuff. I really do like them a lot more slim than kind of like bulky and whatnot. So, and he is actually quite a slim doll. I've been trying on some clothes for him, and tops seem to fit him pretty nicely. Although, like the shirt that he was wearing at the beginning of the video, it was kind of like a short sleeve, like it didn't go all the way down to the bottom, so that's why I kind of rolled him up. And then his pants, he's kind of a skinny boy if you remember his hip measurements, so you're gonna have to be looking on the lookout for some slimmer pants, kind of almost comparable to that of BJD pants. Those guys are really skinny too, so whatever might fit your BJDs or resin sole dolls, those are really skinny, slim dolls. He's kind of in that same range too. He's really, really slim, but I really like it. I really do like the slim dudes. They look really cool. Our arms, I'm going to come back up here because we did torso, so now I'm going to jump to arms. Arms are really nice. I mean, this is just him out of the box, not suede at all. I mean, he's pretty solid with keeping his positions, and he's not even suede or anything like that, so I think it's really nice. The inside of his arm is very much just like any of our other friends out there in the BJD world. Elbows are very familiar to that of other dolls that have kind of like this invisible, like, you know, elbow seam line type deal, and when they do move their arm, we've got that peanut piece inside. Super duper cool Easter egg number one I'm going to show you is if you do happen to have to take them apart, they've labeled their parts. So this is the left arm, so there's an L there for you to conveniently help you out if you happen to kind of mix up pieces when you're restringing. So that's a cool little Easter egg to share with you. Our hands have a floating ball piece right here. This is our hand here, so if I pull it apart, it's got this little piece that can come apart from this part here. It's not a complete circle ball joint. It's kind of like a half, because the other part here does connect into the hand, which, by the way, look at these gorgeous hands. Those are beautiful man hands. Even almost have some detailing of a vein going on right here, which is really nice. Super duper beautiful. Such a gorgeous man. If I pull this apart, you'll see that we have, this is where our hook is and where our S hook is for the hand itself. So this will click into place with the hand here, and then this one is down here to the base of the wrist. So this kind of just having this in the shape of a ball really helps with mobility and whatnot, and helps with posing. He's really squeaky right now, so I apologize for the squeaks, but I mean, he's just really nicely strung right now. So our hands can go down, they can go up, side to side, not so much, but I mean, I think it's fine, really, honestly. Mainly if you're just gonna maybe swivel it like this, I think that's cool. Easter egg number 2. Another piece right here. If you happen to have to restring your doll, you have a labeled left hand. So I think it's really cool that they've done that. There's a couple of other dolls companies too that kind of label their parts, which comes in handy. No pun intended. When you're having to restring your dolls, and if you perhaps kind of lose, your order of things and whatnot. So elbows can bend at your 90-degree angle. They snap back into place for straight. This is kind of the inside of our elbows, kind of like what it looks like, very much like pretty much all like the peanut pieces. It can snap again, so it can go up to his face right here. Touch our face. We have our lower part where our hips are at. We have the swiveling hip joints here with the ball socket. Stupendously crafted, because when he sits up, he's really sitting up. He is not at all, leaning back a little bit or anything like that. It's just a solid sit up, which is really nice, which is a big thing that I know a lot of people that are looking for dolls, and whether or not they can sit or stand, is a big thing to them. So it's a nice 90-degree that we have here. So we have this ball socket here that kind of gives mobility to where our leg goes. It can go down, it can go up to that 90-degree to sit. As far as going outwards to the side, not so much, but I mean, really, you're going to have your guys doing the splits, so that's not really that big of a deal. Really cool thing number 2 that I'd like to show you is our inside of our thigh piece here. It has a kind of gear clicking system. It's got this one piece jutting out here that clicks into these little grooves inside of the thigh, so that way this kind of is, an alternative to different multiple, things that I've seen for swiveling thigh joints. This is how it will swivel, so it clicks into place, and so if I twist it, you can hear it. So that's it, just swiveling. So that's really, really cool, because that, helps a lot to keep the legs in the position that you want them to be in. And if you kind of want to just twist the leg to the side, it's just a click away. It's really nice, because I know sometimes they either have it or they don't, and if the swiveling system is there, sometimes it's just like ridges that are just like, curves, and it just like kind of swings over. This is really nice that they did it this way with the little grooves in it, and the little piece that juts out and it slips into those grooves, kind of like a key system type deal, whatnot. When you get down to the knees, it's very similar to that of our arms that we had. So it's kind of got like a seamless, appearance at first, and when it bends, you can see the joint that's here. Still working with that peanut joint here that we have in the arms. Really cool, because look, did you see that? How you have like thigh muscles too? That is really cool. I really do appreciate all these little fine details that they're doing. Once again, fun little Easter egg if you are taking them apart. There is your L for your left leg. As far as positions go for our knees, can do a 90-degree bend, which is like that. It can go ahead and click again and make it more acute, an acute angle. And, if you do it to both of them, they're kind of like kneeling and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. It's kind of kneeling right now. What up? Pretty cool. And he's kind of staying in it too, so that's really nice. One thing that we don't have that sometimes other dollies do are the grooves that kind of keep them in if you want to tuck in the leg a little bit more. This one, you can actually pull it out and put it up here if you want to try it, if you want to do more of like a crouched inward, you know, leg position versus just it being straight out 90 degrees. You could pull it out like this to kind of further out, you know, to further tuck him in. But I mean, there's nothing really that keeps it there, but I mean, it's possible, because I know sometimes people look for that too, if they can bend their legs further in. And I know sometimes some other companies, they include grooves in like the inside of it, so when you do happen to shift them in that position, they can lock it. But that's pretty much if you wanted to do it to shift his leg in a little bit more, you'll just kind of have to put it over the leg piece that's there. So it's possible if you're looking for, you know, that positioning and whatnot. So going down to our cutesy little feet. I really like BJD feet. They have nice detailing. Again, we have some veins here that are really cool. It is a floating piece down here too. So we've got the half circle system kind of like in our hands. This one's gonna be harder to pull apart, but there we go. Down there you'll see the ring and the hook. They are S hooks as well, and there's your Easter egg again. This is the right leg I'm showing you, so there's an R. So you're going to snap it back your foot into that kind of like little cap, whatnot. And as far as mobility goes for our foot, we can go up, we can go down to kind of like an extent. I mean, it doesn't really point down all the way, but I mean, what are you going to do that for, really? So honestly, you're going to want them to keep their leg as straight as possible down here. Because when they stand, you want that stability. The foot is really nice. It's nice and flat, and that'll kind of help out too whenever you do stand them and when you have them in shoes and whatnot. This is kind of side to side, it's a little bit there, a little bit of leeway. And then swiveling, of course. You can swivel. That pretty much encompasses the whole body as far as, you know, what he's made of and the different parts that he has. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple different tests. I'm going to go ahead and show you him sitting, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you him standing. So this is him sitting, and I mean, it's a really nice sitting position that he's in. So like I said, you know, he's just, this is pretty much like, you know, straightforward. I mean, I really do like it, because I know sometimes they start doing like the trick where they're like kind of like leaning back like this, oh my gosh, and then like they're already laying down. He is straight up sitting, which is fantastic. Really, really do like it a lot. Him standing out of the box is fantastic. I mean, just look at that. I mean, I love that. I mean, it's a gorgeous body. I mean, seriously, if you're looking for like really slim looking, you know, handsome guy, I mean, this is definitely the route to take, because it's pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I mean, that's really solid. I mean, this was on like a tablecloth that I had him standing on, so that's a really good indicator if you're looking, you know, to take pictures and you want him to stand, and you're just, you know, you have a little bit more sense of security that he's going to stand by himself pretty well. So all in all, my review on this is that it is a fantastic doll. The price is not actually that bad either. He kind of falls into like the doll zone pricing range, buying him blank and whatnot. So I don't think that's actually bad at all for the quality that you're getting for this particular doll. And not to mention you're getting that face up as well. I really hope this helped if you were curious about the Mystic Kids. This is the worn 3rd scale sized Ellis, once again, just to let you know. Very sturdy, beautifully sculpted guy. I definitely highly recommend the Mystic Kids. I think they're fantastic dolls now that I've actually gotten to see one and you know, shown to you all and whatnot. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send them my way. I will try my best to help you out in whatever way I can. Please check out the Junky spot for other awesome dolly goodies. They sell a lot of really cool stuff there too. Not just dolls, they sell accessories and stands and whatnot. Please, please, please go check them out. And if you want to check out the Mystic Kids, it's definitely an awesome place to stop on by, since they're selling them too. Yep, so I hope this helped. I'm so excited. I got to see a Mr. Kid. They're so cool. And I hope you guys guys have an awesome day. See you guys in another video very soon. Bye!